till the count of 5.
The U.S.
What's going on, guys? Justin here, back with another episode of the podcast, Till the Count of 5. My co-host, as always, to my left.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Another beautiful day in the neighborhood here. So, we actually recorded our interview that we're going to throw in here in a minute.
Yeah, it was kind of something different for us, recording an interview instead of doing all of it live, like one go.
Yeah. But a little later in this episode, you'll hear us interview the future of wrestling, as we've dubbed him.
Yep.
The 19. I'm pretty sure he's 19 now. Because then he turned 18 at the Red Warrior Animal Show.
I believe so.
So the 19-year-old sensation, Axton Ray, joined us for a little bit earlier. About a 25-minute interview. Love that kid. Man.
Gonna do big things in wrestling.
I want that kid to go so far. Just, if nothing else, like the fact that he's great in the ring aside, it's just the fact that he's just a great person.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You'll enjoy that, I promise. Other than that, we kind of last second booking decision on our part.
Yeah.
We actually went to the NWA Smoky Mountain show last Saturday.
My first one in, God, like
you haven't been in a while. Collision Course. First off, let's get this out of the way. Joey Carrier from Evolution and Championship Wrestling Evolution Gym up in Elizabethton brought his stage setup, lights, smoke machine, just all kinds of neat, cool shit.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I said it during the interview with Axton, briefly touched on it. But that was, honestly, for me personally as a fan, this isn't like a fact because, everyone doesn't share this. But my opinion, that was the one thing that Smoky Mountain was missing. They had the talent. They always had great cards. Everything, for the most part makes sense. But they didn't have that extra little step in production value.
Oomph.
Yeah, and man, Collision Course fucking brought it. That was exactly what it needed to be.
That whole show.
It made me so
awesome.
It made me envious of the fact that we didn't get to see Chase and Jason in that.
Oh my God! Could you imagine Chase and Jason for the hour?
That's what I'm saying.
The hour and 5 minute time limit draw.
Lit like that. Holy shit.
If you haven't seen it,
there's pictures.
Yeah, or you can go to NWA Smoky Mountain and sign up for their whole thing, and you'll be able to watch it. I'm not sure it's on there yet. I was a member. I had to get off of it for financial reasons. I still loved it. Don't get me wrong. If I could afford to do it right now, I would still be on it. But yeah, it's awesome. The setup was awesome. There's some highlights on Facebook. Some of the pages they showed from the Battle Royal, which we're going to talk about first because that was the first match. Also, Ryback was there. Super cool dude. And if you can check out our buddy Michael Williams, who does the Sign Guy Sideshow thing on YouTube. Go like and share and follow his stuff. But he actually did an interview with Ryback. I'm not sure it's uploaded yet. It may be. But yeah, definitely check that out because he got to talk to Ryback for a little bit. But everybody that I talked to him said Ryback was really cool. And he actually come out during the show and cut a little promo and talked. And man, Justin was so blown away because I'd heard him a couple times. But
I guess I'd never really watched any of Ryback's promo stuff outside of WWE. Since
it was more listening to him on a lot of different talk shows and
stuff like that. I hadn't even really done that. But man, Ryback is a really intelligent speaker, and I kept telling Pablo I was kind of getting mad listening to him speak. It's fuck, man, why didn't they just let him do that when he was in WWE?
Because he was Goldberg light, alright? That's what Vince saw. Vince saw Goldberg light.
It sucks, man, because he spoke really intelligently, and, he had charisma. It was really, really cool to see, and he was fairly soft-spoken. A lot of the times, you'll have some former WWE guy or some big name at a show, they get out there and they, really overhype the crowd, and they're there's way too much energy, really and truly for what they're doing, especially if they just came out there to talk.
Right.
But he wasn't like that. He obviously had the energy and he brought it, but it wasn't overbearing. He was just Like,
it wasn't
really,
like he was just screaming, "Feed me more."
he was very genuine about everything he was doing, and that was really fucking cool to me.
And and after that, like I'm not gonna lie, I did want to see him and Jax Dane take on each other, but the actual the aspect of seeing Ryback in the ring did not intrigue me as much. Now that he's been there and talked,
Yeah.
I really want Ryback to come back because I want to see him in the ring and see him in person. But anyway, let's run down this card real quick because we got some other stuff to talk to, and obviously we got the interview we'll throw in here in a minute. But man, what a way to start off the show with the Smoky Mountain Rumble.
Which had a really, really cool video.
The promo video was awesome. It had the old school WWE music, and they did the voice kind of and stuff. It was awesome. So on that part alone, I was fired up for this match. And they had a good mix of veteran named guys, guys we've seen a lot, new guys,
some surprises,
some younger guys.
Yeah.
And I can't remember exactly what order. We'll run down some of the names that were in this match, but you had the likes of we'll run through the whole group: Wild Bill, Travis Lee, Travis Dykes, Jeff Conley.
I popped pretty big for Travis Dykes, I'm going to be honest.
Travis Dykes was a surprise entrant, and it just so happened I had my Travis Dykes shirt on.
And I had a Travis Lee shirt on, so it worked out well.
We were representing the Travi.
Yeah, but all of Chaos.
All of Chaos was in the match.
Yeah.
And was escorted by the beautiful Saradox.
Yep.
But, surprisingly, because they had the numbers advantage, all were eliminated.
Yeah. Pretty quickly.
I want to throw this out there, though. My boy Jeff Conley, he had a different jacket, and he went back to the old school tights.
It looked nice.
I liked it.
Yeah.
But now I got to fuss him, and I understand why, Jeff. So if you listen to this, don't take it completely to heart. Why the hell you got to shave the next day, man? You had a Trent Seven look going on, in the face. Don't get me wrong. Nowhere else. Nowhere else.
Yeah, totally.
But no, I mean I'm giving you shit, but no, my man looked good, had the beard, and Sigmund gave him shit about it too. Like, what happened to the beard?
Yeah.
But it was Mother's Day. I understand. Understandable. Still gotta get some shit and some little kicks in there. But besides that, we had Chris Shane from Pro Wrestling South was there. We had the Cross Brothers, who we both love and think are going to be huge stars.
Yeah, tons of potential for those dudes, man.
Yeah, love those guys. The Castro Brothers were also in the match. Who else did we have? We had, and I hate that I don't know this kid's name.
It's Kyle something.
Kyle something.
Kyle Maverick, maybe?
Maybe. No kid, young kid. I'm pretty sure he
had a
probably...
great look.
Yeah, looked really good. I'd like to see him in a singles match. To see what he's got. I mean, dude's got a great look. I don't know much about him. Other than I want to say he came down from Kentucky with Jordan Cage and some of them, but don't quote me on that. We had Dakota Jarrett, local talent guy who's young, but really exciting. And he's got a big match coming up this Saturday. We'll talk about that show too. But who else was a little surprised? Anything?
Shoot. You told me his name. I don't remember his name. Swamp Donkey guy.
Oh,
that was a surprise.
I think he went by A.S. Anderson, A.J. Anderson. Yeah. I like him. He's a solid talent. Saw him at the Pro Wrestling South show, which have I talked about that since we've been on here? No, we haven't.
I don't think so.
No, I'll talk a little bit about the Pro Wrestling South show here in a little bit, just because Justin didn't go, so I'm the only one.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about it in a minute. But I'm not gonna lie, one of our favorite guys now, White Mike, was in the Smoky Mountain Rumble. White Mike
took his time going to the ring too.
Oh my god, it was
so
awesome.
Much strategy.
That place was still going nuts though. The whole time he's walking around. Coolest guy in the world. We'll talk about that here in a minute. I love White Mike. I know we're leaving out some people.
Lenny, obviously.
There you go. One of my favorite guys, Lenny Stratton, escorted by his beautiful wife.
Yep.
Miss Nicole Payne.
Who else? I feel like we are missing someone.
I know we are.
I mean, I don't. That's
actually, I'm not sure we are, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
Wow, this is terrible radio.
Yeah.
Or podcasting shit here.
Man,
We probably should have wrote this down.
it was someone early, I feel like, and I don't remember who it was.
I don't know.
That's okay.
It'll be alright. Anyway.
We know what the finish is.
We know what the finish is, so that's what's important, okay? Damn, I'm gonna feel like a dick later when somebody's like, "You left me out."
That's okay.
It'll be alright. You'll earn your shirt one day. That was for the Cross Brothers. They listened. Anyway, so finish was awesome. Actually, finish came down to the two guys that I wanted it to come down to. In the most look, sorry, Rock, I'm gonna steal this. The most electrifying man in sports entertainment today, or in wrestling. Wrestling. White Mike. If you've not seen White Mike, you need to get to the next, and I'm assuming he's on the card, but you need to get to the NWA Smoky Mountain show, the next one, because I'm telling you right now, White Mike will, if nothing else, entertain the hell out of you.
Yeah.
But come down to White Mike, and like I said, one of my personal favorites, Lenny Stratton. Good back and forth. Anyway, Miss Nicole Payne got involved a little, and
I didn't hear him say this like during when we were, because we were towards the back this time. We weren't in our usual thrones. He called her a skank.
He did call her a skank.
Because I saw the video.
You can find the video on the NWA Smoky Mountain Facebook page. He calls her a skank. She gets in the ring. And if you've not seen White Mike's finisher,
I still don't know what it's called.
I don't know what it's called. But whatever it's called, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It is great. It is basically kind of like the opposite of Cesaro's big swing. Because he literally gets you like you're in a DDT and spins you around by your neck, basically.
Yeah.
And then he like...
It's like a flip type thing. Like a spin. It's...
I don't know. It's awesome, though.
Yeah. It's really cool.
He hit Nicole with that. Lenny then followed up with a super kick.
Yep.
That even the Young Bucks would be proud of. And thought the match was going to be over. Because they did this, like the Rumble thing, kind of like your favorite, the Aztec Warfare thing.
Yep. It was funny too because people were asking about it, and I was like, "Pretty much Aztec Warfare."
Yeah,
like,
and half of them were like, "I don't know what Aztec Warfare
like,
is."
Fuck, man, I'm the only Lucha Underground mark.
That's why I was like, Justin, you can't tell these people that. They don't know what that is. They think you just ordered a number 12 at La Carreta with extra sauce.
Can I get an Arrows Con on the pollo?
Sorry, you had to be here the other night for that one. But White Mike winds up winning the Smoky Mountain Rumble. And believe me, if you have seen
our top pick,
which was what we kind of figured would happen. But if you have seen this video, you know what we're getting ready to talk about. If you have not seen this video, you need to go find this video that Smoky Mountain has up. And it's legit what it says. The 5 most unique minutes in wrestling history, maybe. Because you have the stuff with White Mike and Nicole. Then you have White Mike and Lenny, the finish.
Yeah.
And then you have like this bongo music, which is hysterical because and I heard him there, but it's even funnier on the video to hear White Mike go, "Oh no, it's Kamala!"
Yeah. He said, I swear to God, it's Kamala. He goes, I'm gonna pop if it's Kamala.
But there's this weird like bongo music playing and stuff, and then literally it does like you're expecting like seriously.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if Kamala rolled out in his wheelchair because I know he's got no legs now, but. You know what I'm saying?
There's no ramp.
There's no ramp, so sorry, we're not wheelchair accessible. Damn, that's terrible. It's almost as bad as some of the shit we said the other night.
Oh my!
We're not going there. We're not going there because I love people, certain people, and I don't want to offend anybody.
That was fun though.
It was fun. So Jason Kincaid makes his return, comes out, cool look. He's got these weird new shoe things going on.
It's like a sandal type thing.
It's like a sandal with like a ankle wrap.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, like you knew really quickly that he was gonna wrestle in those, and I was like, is he gonna wrestle barefooted?
I was like, nah, he's wrestling insane.
But he like has his hair put up and like,
and he has like he has the pants cut off now.
Yeah,
like
and it has like this dashiki, not dashiki, but like robe looking thing or whatever. And you're like, dude, Jason's like flipped his shit. And if you didn't think Jason had flipped his shit then all of a sudden, this music starts playing. And when this music starts playing, it is like a damn drill going straight into my fucking nightmares from when I was little.
Guys, here's the thing: if you put a fucking billion, not a million, a billion with a B, $billion on the line, and said what happens next? Literally,
There's no person,
no fucking person on this planet would have guessed it.
All of a sudden, the theme song from Barney, and I am talking about the big freaking purple dinosaur, starts playing, and a person dressed up as Barney comes out, and they skip to the ring together, hand in hand. Jason Kincaid, the man of 4,000 moves,
At this point.
and Barney.
Also, during that part, White Mike was talking about how much he enjoyed the Barney trap music.
Yeah, White Mike was loving the Barney music, but like literally, if you weren't like going nuts for the fact of it, like all the kids and some of the other people,
We were just confused.
everybody else was sitting there looking at each other going, what in the hell are we watching? And what has Jason Kincaid been doing since he left?
Wow, Jason Kincaid got beat by Chase for the title and like legitimately just went off.
What did Chase do to Jason? I mean, holy shit. I mean, I know man hadn't lost the title for 5 years, but I mean, going to resort to Barney seems a little excessive.
The whole like ankle wrap sandal thing made me much happier than him wrestling barefoot though, because I don't like it. But
It's because you hate Riddle.
Well, it's not just that. There's someone else.
But you admit you hate Riddle.
I don't like Riddle that much. Who is it? Speedball.
Yeah, Speedball Mike Bailey.
Yeah. I mean Riddle's whatever. Part of it's like the stupid.
The shorts thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
It just.
Alright, we're going to get off Riddle. Let's get back to what really matters, which is this damn show. So, apparently, because we knew Jason was going to have an open challenge.
Yep.
Apparently, the open challenge was whoever won the Smoky Mountain Rumble.
Yeah.
Which happens to be White Mike. So we get, not only do we get Barney, not only do we get Jason Kincaid and whatever dashiki looking thing or whatever with sandals with ankle wraps wrestling, but we get White Mike, which makes for one of the most entertaining matches, if nothing else from just the personality standpoints.
Yeah.
But the stuff in the ring was awesome. And, as we talked about Jason with new moves, Jason found a new way to hit his finisher. Imagine that. Jason shows up after some time off, and he has a new way to hit his finisher, as if he didn't have 200,000 other ways. But Jason Kincaid does pick up the victory over White Mike. But after the match, shakes hands, puts over White Mike. Really cool moment. And White Mike is so freaking over with that crowd, it's not funny.
And that makes me really happy.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome. What do we have next? Do you remember? Did Ryback come out and talk then?
Yeah, he did.
Ryback came out and talked, said he apologized, he couldn't wrestle.
Did we have the Jones Boys or something after that? Or was that later?
I don't know, we'll get back to that in a minute. Anthony Henry came out. We find out Anthony Henry and Chase Owens is going to be the main event.
Yeah.
Which was a great main event we'll talk about. And it was actually like, because a lot of times they don't do those segments. But I really enjoyed that. And you even made the statement you enjoyed it.
Yeah. A lot of times it's just wrestling, and that's great because the product's really good. But having those extra little moments, especially when you got guys that are good on the mic, I think that's fantastic. And obviously the lighting and stuff played into it because you had the whole production value behind it. But yeah, it was super cool to actually hear, people kind of cut promos on each other and stuff like that without being like, sports entertainment type stuff.
No, it was cool. And like we said, the lights and everything else made for the experience.
Yeah, it was really just a complete event this time, I felt like, which is fantastic. What are you doing, looking at the card?
I was trying to. Yes, I was. That way I would know.
I feel like it might have been the Jones Boys next.
I swear I can't remember, but you could be right. Events.
I'm pretty sure it was the finals of the Model City Tag Tournament. The first ever, the inaugural.
Okay, we'll just... Because I got all the matches brought up. I do think you are probably right. We do want to point out the Jones brothers, the Jones boys, are now they're the spokespeople?
Spokespeople?
For Fight Against Autism.
Yeah.
which was a cool little thing that they did.
Yeah.
Tony came out and referee Carlos Stapleton,
Yeah.
who I did not know was the state representative on this.
I didn't know there was a state representative on it, to be honest.
No, although I mean, like we are joking when I get to this part. One great calls. Probably couldn't have picked two nicer guys to do it with the Jones boys. We did crack a joke though, the fact that Carlos refereed their match afterwards. And
Like 5 minutes later.
Not even 5 minutes later, directly from this presentation to the other team coming out.
They just entered after that.
They just entered after that. It's kind of like, guys, is this not a conflict of interest? But the Jones boys took on the Savages. I can't stress how much I love the Savages.
Yeah.
And even their music and their whole attitude. I love it. But this was the finals of the Model City Classic Tag Team Tournament. Kind of surprising. I don't think these were the two teams everybody thought would be there. But it was good to see because two younger teams. Kind of like the old versus the new. And I'm not saying that as like age-wise. But it was funny. And look, the crowd was great the other night, really. The crowd was pretty good. But it was funny that they were chanting USA. And I know the Jones boys are doing the USA and the American gimmick.
Well,
but it is ironic
we're
that...
all from the States.
Well, not even that. The irony in the fact that you were chanting USA kind of towards the other team that is formerly known as Air America, there was part of me that just found that very comical. However, the Jones boys did win the tournament, and we've been fortunate, and Tony even made this statement kind of along the same lines. We've been fortunate to have the NWA United States Tag Team titles in Smoky Mountain for this whole time, just about. Now, it's not to say anything bad because the Heat Seekers or whoever's had it, they've went and defended those titles everywhere. But we are going to have new NWA Smoky Mountain tag titles that will be presented to the Jones boys at the next show in June. So congratulations to them, former guests on this show. Two young kids who are really, really over.
I'm just excited to see the belts.
Yeah, I am too. Because I really feel like Tony and them do really good with the belts they have. Their belts are really super cool. Vincent Kennedy McMahon might could take a few notes. Just saying.
From anybody,
yeah.
Really.
So, we went from there to... What do we have next? It was Timmy Lou.
It was, him and Myron.
Timmy Lou Retton and Myron Reed. Dude, Myron Reed.
Fire.
Hot Fire.
Big fan of Myron Reed, man.
Is awesome. It's another kid, kind of like Axton. Young kid, not been wrestling that long, and is just amazing. You need to check him out. Look him up online. He's been killing it everywhere. And was it you that told me he's the champ? Is he the champ now?
A Glory Pro?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
And who did he defeat for that title?
Jason Kincaid.
Holy
shit. I think
shit.
at the next show, if it hasn't already happened, he's fighting Phoenix.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But this kid's awesome. And if you've not seen Timmy Lou, Mr. 500, wrestling's only gymnast, who has a new attitude, and is managed by Dylan Wayne Sizemore now.
Yep.
He picked up the win with the use of the...
Foreign object.
Well, not really foreign object, I guess. He had a cast.
He had a
on
weapon strapped to his hand.
He's got a cast. But, with that said...
If this was high school football, he'd have to have it taped up.
The best thing ever, though, was intermission with Timmy Lou.
Yeah.
He come out and in true heel form said that he would be available for pictures to be taken with him for the low price of tonight only $50.
And that was the deal he was striking.
That was a steal of the deal.
Yeah.
Anyway, Timmy Lou came out on top in that match. But it was great, back and forth match. Then, was that what we had next?
Was it the Ducks? No. Was it?
I think it was the Ducks.
I think it was.
Because Axton hadn't happened yet, had he?
I don't believe so.
No. I do believe we had the Ducks.
Yeah.
The NWA United States Tag Team title match. With probably...
Wait, what about the match with the tag match It was a tag match. No, that did happen later. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
I'm
after,
telling-
that was
'cause
after intermission.
We were
You're right.
shocked at the
Yeah.
Heat Seekers, and then it happened this way.
Because it was so early. Yeah, you're right.
The Heat Seekers, the champions coming into the match, Elliot Russell and Sigmund, who we discussed with Axton Ray a little later, you'll hear, took on the Ugly Ducklings, Lance Lude, Rob Killjoy, with Coach Mikey. You know, we're biased. And I say that a lot in that interview we're going to have, but to me, they're probably, and not counting like the Young Bucks probably, because, you know, the Young Bucks to me are the best tag team in wrestling probably right now. But
Yeah.
as far as like independent wrestling, what I consider independent wrestling, 2 of the 3 best tag teams probably in the world today, we got to see in Kingsport, Tennessee.
Yep.
With the Ugly Ducklings taking on the Heat Seekers. Really cool. Loved both teams' tights. We talked about that. Was really cool to see. There was a lot of people had new gear for this show. And along with that and the new entrances and setups just made it feel that much bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like that WrestleMania type feel. Like, you know, everybody's showing out their best stuff or doing whatever. But this was a great match, back and forth. Multiple times you thought the matches were over.
Which is nice. Like, that's really refreshing. Because,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of the times you'll have, like, the no-sale and stuff like that, and it's like, Jesus Christ. But, like, it was just
nice.
a nice back-and-forth, good tag team wrestling match.
But we have new United States Tag Team Champions in the Ugly Ducklings. They are collecting titles everywhere. Cool side note, you know, kind of away from stuff that happened. Lance Lude cracked me up. His bag was too full, basically, and he wore the NWA United States Tag Title home.
Yep.
Because Harmon even told me that when he left, he had it on. Like, it was legit. So, it was really cool. It's great to see that. Heat Seekers handing the titles to him after the match, which was awesome to see. And on a side note, a minute ago, I just showed Justin that the Heat Seekers are going to get the return match for the NWA World Tag Team titles coming up. I think it was in Dyersburg, Tennessee.
Yeah, it was at Mid-South, wasn't it?
I think. But they're going to get a chance to get the world titles back, which will be awesome. So, I think we have intermission.
Then intermission.
We had intermission. You know, caught up with some people, talked to some people. Really cool stuff. Just, man, it was awesome time of the night. It was packed. The setup, like we said, was awesome. And, side note, because Harmon cracked me up on Sunday. What he said to Holly.
Oh, yeah.
My wife actually went to wrestling with us.
Yeah.
Saturday night, which was awesome. Like, she was worried about being the third wheel and being ignored, and I'm like, honey, you don't understand. This is how we act when you're not here with us.
Yeah, like it's all the same.
But she really, like, to say how good the show was, like, she loved it. She's going to the next show, I think, already.
Yeah, and I think Lexi may try to tag along with me next
There you
time.
go. We're turning it into a family affair. Actually, I'm just trying to get away. I'm trying to get it to where I don't have to take the kids, but I got a feeling at least the little one's going to go. But, anyway, after intermission, had a tag team match.
Was that? Yeah.
Yeah, and it was interesting because we talked about this before. Didn't know how this was going to work out. It was supposed to have been the team of ATM and Jordan Cage. Jordan Cage is hurt.
Yep.
I love the fact that Jordan Cage still showed up for work, though.
Has his little scooter.
And he had a scooter to ride around on. The only thing would have been better would have been if he had popped a wheelie.
That's true.
I still voted for that. I wanted to see Jordan pop a wheelie. Anyway, they enlisted the help of the newcomer. I hadn't seen this kid before. He's got potential, though. Mickey Muscles.
Yep.
Uh,
Not really a ton of muscles.
Not really a ton of muscles. More skeleton.
Probably weighed about, I don't know, about a $120 soaking wet maybe.
Yeah, good look.
Yeah.
But they took on the huge tag team of huge. It's gonna be huge. Okay. It was Rob Conway, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Do I mention this to you? I like Rob's old gear better.
The U.S. flag stuff?
Well, yeah, but just, you know, he kind of looked like a gladiator then, and now he just, you know, it's just like the blonde hair type thing and whatever.
Well, the blonde hair stuff, I told you.
Yeah,
He's been doing the muscle
I
stuff.
I understand.
But, he had a guy who, from everything I've been told, is going to start maybe becoming a regular, along with Lenny Stratton, which I'm super happy about because I really want Lenny in the NWA Smoky Mountain. But this guy, I like him a lot too. Devin Driscoll. Devin Driscoll is legit. Like he's really good. And great look and great robe.
Yeah.
We talked about
Fantastic robe.
Fantastic robe. You know what I'm thinking about, Chucky T.
Yeah.
But
guys, if you don't follow Chucky T on Twitter, go follow Sexy Chucky T on Twitter. Just do it. You won't be disappointed.
You'll thank us later. Anyway, Rob Conway and Devin Driscoll get the win. But afterwards, and maybe because Rob Conway accidentally hit Devin Driscoll did lay out Rob Conway.
Yep.
And also the unruly children sitting in the second and third row got put up on notice that one little girl was the epitome of birth control.
And you told the other guy, he's like, come talk to me when you fill out your tank top.
Well,
which killed me. Like, I fucking
Because you need to eat a sandwich. And then goes, you're fat. And he's like, is that your girlfriend? Because she got up in his face. And he's like, is that your girl?
She stood up on a chair.
Yeah, and that girl was like, well, yeah. And he goes, what was it? That's the best thing for...
He pretty much told her that she looked like she'd be a great form of birth control, just like her appearance in general.
Which was awesome. So, Devin Driscoll...
Yeah, he got a win in my book just for that.
He gets thumbs up from us.
Yeah.
Because that was awesome. The little rowdy ass
nappy-headed kids.
Sons of... Anyway... Then we did have Strong Style Redneck Chris Richards defending the TV title against our guest tonight, Axton Ray.
Yep.
Basically, our boy got hosed again.
Yeah.
And it wasn't for lack of trying, because man, he wore Chris Richards' ass out from the beginning.
Yeah.
But disqualification. Jordan Cage paid off again. By grabbing the referee and pulling him out. So Chris Richards lost the match but kept the title. Time's ticking. Axton's going to get the title back.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
You can't hold down greatness.
Yeah.
Then we had the NWA Mountain Empire title match.
Which I want to say Toby Farley was in the match. Who has went away from the shorts and went back to his tights. Big fucking positive yay from me.
Justin likes the...
Good job. Don't wear the shorts. Wear the tights.
Justin, he talked about that. He's like, I don't like the shorts. And I noticed during intermission, I didn't think about it until you said something. I went, Toby's not wearing the shorts tonight.
Yeah, I was really happy about it.
So we like the no shorts. No homo, but,
Yeah, totally.
Anyway... Like you said, Toby Farley defending the Mountain Empire title against
apparently
the New Age.
Apparently, a very rude man.
That man said not nice things to me.
He said that. You know that wrestler that's a bad guy said stuff that bad guys say.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Because I was being loud and ran my mouth.
Yeah.
And I didn't think he'd say anything back to me. He hurt my feelings.
He's a heel, you dumb bitch. That's what he's supposed to do.
He called me fat. Holy shit balls. You know how many wrestlers I'd have to kick the shit out of if it's called my ass fat? Holy God. Anyway.
It's almost like that was what he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
It was shocking. Just fucking shocking.
Yeah, James Drake came out and started being mean. Like, also water's fucking wet. Like,
yeah. And then you keep running your mouth. What do you think he's going to do?
Yeah.
No. They're going to hold hands and sing Kumbaya and say prayers together. Anyway, the New Age Enforcer, James Drake.
Which I'll say this.
I was a big fan of before. Go ahead.
I wasn't.
Because we talked.
Yeah.
You weren't excited.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know about this, man. But because when we saw him, it was, the Big Time Wrestling show?
Yeah, but it was like a 4-way match.
Yeah. And, he really didn't do a ton in that match. But, man, seeing him and Toby go at it, I was really impressed. I mean, he gained a fan by far.
It's kind of like this. The guy looks... like a young, big boss man.
Yeah.
Like body type and stuff.
And I like the old cowboy boot type looking boots. I think they look fucking great.
But at the same time, dude doesn't wrestle old school.
No. He
dude
can move.
Will kick, dude chops.
Yeah.
chops, and oh my god,
And
man.
it started the very start, man. They were hitting each other, man.
Strong Style was alive and well.
Yeah, very much so.
But Toby Farley did win the match by submission.
Yep.
Which was cool to see.
Made him tap. Rear naked, wasn't it?
Yeah. After the match, though, Toby Farley did not look like a winner.
No.
He was laid out from behind by Mr. 500, Timmy Lou Retton. You got to think that feud's going to come to a head, maybe even at the next show, because they are definitely on a collision course. Pun intended. But then, wow. Get us to the main event of the evening. The PWX World Heavyweight Champion, like one of the biggest indie darlings right now, and a guy who we're huge fans of. Dude is,
And have been for a while.
he is so good in the ring.
This was the first time we saw him and Axton when they pretty much stole the show with the cup last
First
year,
time in person. That was the
Yeah.
first time I'd seen him. Mr. Anthony Henry, who, man, really, the dude is legit.
Phenomenal talent. I mean, in the ring, can talk, the whole nine.
Yeah, taking on and defending his NWA Southeastern Heavyweight title for the first time in the Civic Auditorium. Bullet Club member,
Bullet Club member.
Crown Jewel,
New
attire,
new graphic having.
new graphic having.
Other Bullet Club members take notes.
I'm the lone sole owner of a lanyard keychain
This
of
is true.
our boy, our favorite, Chase Owens, defending the title against Anthony Henry in the main event. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay, first off, entrance. Chase's entrance was awesome.
it was.
The whole look, he had the bandana that New Japan gave him over the face. The vest.
The vest looks great.
Loved the vest. And he had the
Yeah,
new tights.
the new
He
tights
actually
look
had some new tights he wanted to wear. Didn't get to wear them.
Which ones did he say he was going to wear?
These were brand new. They were the opposite of the ones he had on tonight.
Because I heard him talk about it, but I never heard the color.
Flip all the colors.
Okay, that'd be really cool.
Like they were going to be... What color do you have on?
He had red and black.
They were the opposite.
That's
Like
pretty
every color was opposite.
Yeah. They had. I like that. It had like the bullet strip on, like the bandolier on it or whatever.
Yeah, it
I
was
like
awesome.
those.
It had the belt look thing
Yeah.
too. Yeah, big fan. But man, that match so good,
Just two really talented guys. I mean, just going at it.
and really enjoyed because I'd seen it from the gifs and stuff from New Japan. I really enjoyed seeing Chase's. I'm gonna say it's one of his new finishers.
Yeah.
I don't know what do you call it.
What would it be like a? Would it be a shotgun?
I can't remember. There was a name, and I can't remember what it was. Damn.
So you probably go to the Twitter universe real quick.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Type in Chase Owens, and then maybe don't type anything about his butt because the Japanese Twitter will explode.
That's true.
Which is funny. Didn't we talk about that during the match?
I do believe so.
Or was it your wife that brought that up? Maybe.
I talked about his ass having the
Yeah.
thing. I'm getting there.
I was about to say we got some dead air time here.
I know. We'll talk about how good the match was.
I mean, damn. I mean, what all can you say about the match? It was Anthony Henry and Chase Owens.
Fair enough.
It was a great match. I mean, let's be honest. Really, to be honest, I'm glad it wasn't this way because of both of those guys can just go at it. I thought it was going to be a lot more spotty than it was because Anthony Henry is really fucking talented at that kind of stuff. That was one thing that did kind of suck with us being like towards the back this time is there were a few spots like that were kind of hard to see, like the one little side one where he does like the.
Right.
I don't really know if he slides across like the rail or whatever he did, and like kick Chase. That was pretty neat.
Yeah, that was cool. Damn. Figures I screwed this up. Hold on. The only reason I know I can go this way is because I saw them talking about it.
A different podcast.
Yeah. I like these guys, though.
Do you want to put them over?
Yeah, the Bionic Elbow podcast. Theirs is really good. They do a lot of the Smoky Mountain stuff. They've had the Ducks on.
Who is it? Was it
Was
that guy that was in line behind us that one night that you told me about?
Yeah, that's them.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Oh, here you go. Because I know Chase corrected them. Bouncing off the top rope DVD. That's all they're calling it right now.
So
Because somebody said Chase won with the bouncing off the top rope one winged angel, but that's not really it.
No.
But yeah, he does the bounce off the rope,
Death
like
Valley
in
driver.
the air. Yeah.
It's like a shotgun death.
That
Valley
GIF
driver.
is definitely available.
Yeah.
Like you can find it, because I shared it a couple times, to be honest. But he hit that on Anthony Henry, won the match, closed out the show. Immediately went to sell souvenirs.
Which is really cool. I like that.
I love the fact that he gets out. And
Also, I think I've never bought a shirt from Chase. I think I'm going to buy a shirt from him. I think I'm going to buy the Pile Drive Bitches shirt.
I love that shirt. That's one of the only Chase owned shirts I don't have.
I think I'm going to buy it because, as you know, I'm trying to expand my wrestling T-shirt collection.
Right? Yeah, definitely. I mean,
oh damn!
You
need to go that shirt.
I can't. I want to.
I guess we could talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about this show in just a second. I do have to point out, one, I got my lanyard keychain from Chase. And one of the other funny things was,
what?
My wife, I got her a book.
Oh, yeah.
It was written by Jason Kincaid's wife, Amber.
Yep.
And the super funny part, because like if you've been around wrestlers, you know, like they give each other shit. And a lot of the stuff they talk about is gimmick sales and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing it was a slow night for Jason, so I'm thinking Amber outsold him.
Which had happened earlier in the week.
Yeah,
as well.
and he posted about it, and then I bought my wife a book because my wife likes to read. I try to read some. Like I've started reading comic books. But
I can't read, so
yeah, like my man has to have pop-up picture books and
yeah.
stuff. If it wasn't for the little symbols, my man would never know what bathroom to go into.
That's true.
But anyway, that was cool. I don't think she's read it yet, but it looks really cool. I read the back of the book.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. But so next show's in June. It's like the 17th, I think.
I think so.
I think it's June 17th. It'll be a really good show, I'm sure. Don't know any matches yet. I can speculate. I do think, from what we were told earlier, probably gonna see Axton Ray versus Chris Richards.
Yeah.
But
you gotta think that's gonna have to come to a head eventually.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna have some point something's gotta happen.
Probably Toby and someone who also hits people hard. Hopefully.
Maybe Toby and Timmy.
That's true.
So we'll see. But besides that, there's two super huge shows this weekend.
Yeah, massive.
We have Lenny Stratton's doing the second annual cancer benefit in Bristol. Main event is Lenny versus his prize student, Dakota Jarrett, who is really phenomenal, and was glad to see him get an opportunity the other night in the Rumble. In a triple threat match, and the third member of that is going to be none other than Matt Cross, Son of Mayhem, right?
Son of Havoc.
Son of Havoc. I always want to say Mayhem. I don't know why.
Everybody's shitting on Lucha Underground.
Son of Havoc. My bad. No, look, at least I was plugging the fact he's from Lucha Underground.
That's true.
Holy shit, I knew what you were talking about with Aztec Warfare. Get off my ass. All right?
That's true, man. I'm like, hey, it's Aztec Warfare. And they're like, what the fuck
Everybody
is that?
else turns around. What the hell's that? But
Who invited this idiot?
Matt Cross is going to be there. The Jones Boys are going to be there. Savages are going to be there. I think the Jones Boys and Savages are going to have a tables match.
Really?
I'm pretty sure I heard that the other day.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a hardcore match.
Is Travis in it?
No.
Well, hell. What's the point then?
It's not a death match. It's just a hardcore match.
Well,
all right.
I mean,
My man only does death matches.
that's true.
He's too extreme for hardcore.
That's true.
That's gonna be our new thing. Travis Dykes too extreme for hardcore. # Blood Pinata.
The blood pinata thing's good.
That's got to happen. Anyway, the way it works, all the admission stuff goes to there's a kid. I can't remember all the stuff. It's a little girl who is battling cancer. Basically, the show's going to benefit her.
Yeah.
Lenny, who has a really big attachment to this specific thing. Lenny's dad died from cancer.
It was a year ago, or was it a year ago, or more than a year ago, on Collision
I want
Course?
to say it's like 3 years.
At Collision Course.
Yeah,
though.
3
It
years
was
to
that
the
night.
date at Collision Course. And a lot of times Lenny, even if he's heel, Lenny will wear like a armband that says Dad on it.
Yeah.
or a shirt that says Big Lynn or
which
Big
he had both.
Which he had both. And I know Lenny sometimes can be controversial, but when it gets down to it, Lenny's a really cool guy. And when it gets to cancer, man, like, I know, like, my family, we're going through a whole lot of shit with that stuff right now with my grandparents. And then, like, my dad last summer had it. And I got one of my grandfathers having surgery June the 15th. And his wife, my mama, found out last week she's got breast cancer.
Shit.
So, luckily they caught it early. Basically, if you're going to get cancer, the type she has is what you want to get. So she's going to deal with that. She's going to take the pill. She'll deal with that after he has his surgery. So yeah, like I can understand now a whole lot more because like I'm seeing firsthand how shitty it is. But it's only like $10 to get in.
Yeah,
and I think kids 12 and under are free. Even if like your kids can get it free, if you can afford to give some money, I'm sure they'll take donations for it. But you know, if you can, go support that show, because I mean, it really can be any of us. But that show's gonna be awesome. It's a really good card, especially with a lot of local talent, and you have Matt Cross, Lenny, and Dakota in the main event and triple threat. And I will guarantee you they're gonna do some crazy, stupid shit, like they are. Somebody's jumping off something high.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just going to say it's going to happen. But that's on Saturday night. On Sunday, in Newport, Tennessee, there is a massive new
fucking
gym.
massive.
Yeah, NGW is having a show that, damn.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes and Matt Cross is the main event. For the title, actually. This is a rematch because they fought once before. And what I just showed Justin a minute ago, he was like, man, we got to talk about that. Sean Schultz is going to take on Abyss.
Yeah.
Then Joey Ryan will be in the house.
Who is we're big fans of Joey Ryan, like just straight up.
I like Joey Ryan.
Like he's fantastic. And he can legitimately go. He doesn't have to do the donk style stuff. Although that is added. I like that stuff.
I mean, you know what? The dong style stuff is cool. I don't care what you say. I mean, it is. It's
something different too, man.
Yeah, it is. I know some people aren't gonna like it. I understand that completely, to be honest. But there's no reason to shit on it either, you know.
Yeah.
But he's gonna take on the guy we just talked about, Lenny Stratton, and basically there's a woman in the middle.
Yep.
Miss Nicole Stratton.
How do you think that's going to go down?
I don't know, man. She teamed with Joey, and they're all hugging and stuff at the last show. Now, I mean, basically, she's a woman caught in the crosshairs. She's going to have to make a decision.
That's true.
Dong style or wifey style.
Yeah.
Could be very interesting. Somebody could leave very disappointed. I'm concerned.
Never Joey Ryan, though. He never disappoints.
No. For $2,000... he'll give you a show anyway.
Yeah.
At least that's what he says on Twitter.
I'm pretty sure that man said on Twitter, you PayPal him $2,000, he'll go anywhere. He does not give a fuck.
I believe that.
Yeah, I do too.
I really believe that. But yeah, NGW is having a super huge show.
Yep.
Do you remember anybody else?
Not right offhand.
I can't remember right offhand. All I know is that show is massive.
Yeah.
Like seriously, guys, and it's only $15. Like, I guess that's what blows my mind more than anything, is it's $15. Legitimately. Like, that's a meal, basically. Maybe two, you know?
That's like 2 meals at Cookout.
Let's see. I wonder if this will run down the matches for me. They got 8 huge matches. It is on Sunday.
See, that's the thing. I wish I could go to this show. Of course, we both have prior obligations. I'm going out to eat German food, which in itself is going to be exciting, I guess.
Okay,
for some reason, I felt like Chuck E. T was there, but that
Brandy
could be
Rhodes
very
is
wrong.
going to be there, obviously.
Yeah.
Now, we have... Oh, shit.
What? What else we got,
There's
Chief?
some good matches here. Alright, you got the Lynch Mob tag team taking on the team of Phoenix, which is not the same one.
Does he spell it different or something?
No, it's spelled just like Phoenix, but it's a white guy with no mask.
F-E-N-I-X. That's how
No,
it's
it's spelled different.
I was about to say.
It's spelled like Phoenix,
Okay.
like Phoenix, the city. But his tag team partner is Facade. So
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Totally.
yeah, and then we have a team, 2 teams we know. The Southern Bad Boys
Okay.
are going to take on the boys.
Okay. Bunch of boys.
The boys. The boys, Dalton Castle's boys, will be in the
Yeah.
house.
It's is it the Tate twins? Is that who the boys are?
Yes,
Correct.
it is.
Yeah.
Holy shit, yeah. We got Lenny Stratton versus Joey Ryan with Nicole.
Ah.
So Nicole will be accompanying Joey Ryan. Joey, I'm going to say you might want to watch your balls. I'm just saying.
His balls are made of steel. What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, you seen Nicole kick somebody?
I don't know, man.
I'm
Joey
telling you.
Ryan.
I hope Nicole, come on Nicole, come home to daddy. Don't fall for the dong.
That's like the Twitter video. It's like, don't grab his dick. Whatever you do, don't grab his dick.
Like the whole build up for trying to prepare for a match with Joey Ryan is don't grab his dick.
Yeah.
But then we also have Sean Hoodrich, and if you haven't seen Sean Hoodrich, he looks like $1 million. I've not seen the guy wrestle. I've heard good things about him. Dude is shredded and huge.
Okay.
He's taking on Crimson.
Who was also shredded.
Shredded and huge. And then I'm going to call it the co-main event. I don't know if they're building it as that or not, but damn it, it's my co-main event.
Okay.
Menace,
Okay.
who is phenomenal in the ring, the Black and Knees assassin,
Yep.
is taking on Unbreakable
Oh, God.
Michael Elgin.
Big Mike.
Big Mike will be in the house. Damn, guys.
I love Big Mike so much.
I'm telling you, that is a super huge card.
Speaking of Big Mike, guys, I know we've talked about this on the show before, but go follow Glory Pro, maybe Glory Pro 2000 something on Twitter. But it's Big Mike's promotion.
Glory Pro 2017.
Yeah, go follow them on Twitter. Support Mike's promotion. They've been putting on fucking phenomenal shows. As we said earlier, Myron Reed's the champ right now. He beat Jason Kincaid at the last show.
A lot of the guys you hear us talk about, you're going to hear from there too.
Yeah.
So,
I'm pretty sure Mike and Pentagon are on the next one too.
holy God.
Talk about hard hitting.
Damn. So, other than that, that's kind of the big shows coming up. We ran down the Smoky Mountain show real quick. I went to the Pro Wrestling South show, 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Hardys didn't wrestle.
The Hardys did not wrestle. Okay, let's first establish the fact. There was no air conditioning. It was so freaking hot. Like, I can't stress how hot it was. It was miserable. And I, like a dumbass, wore blue jeans.
Which I scolded him for afterwards.
He did. Shut up. Anyway, it was a really good show. Good crowd. Crowd did thin out once they found out the Hardys weren't going to wrestle. And after intermission. Everybody pretty much stayed on intermission. Couple high spots. Lenny Stratton and Chucky T match was phenomenal. You can find it on YouTube under Lenny Stratton's channel. Really great match. Big Al, who's a friend of ours, he had his last match, which was really memorable because he tag teamed with a kind of a local guy, Stan Lee, who I love Stan Lee, really classy dude, but knows how to get a crowd into a frenzy. And they took on the Iron Cross. Hard to boo a guy who brings you Bibles and hands them out as he brings. Like, it's really hard to say anything bad to a guy that's handing out Bibles. But his tag team partner, which was really cool, and I got to talk to, and was seriously, I know, and you're going to, because Axton says it too, like you hear it all the time where somebody's like, oh, dude's the nicest guy in the world, really down-to-earth guy, and who I mean, he's super nice to me, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Tommy Rich, fought in that match. He is a little, he's a little old, but really cool guy. What else happened? Had a new Pro Wrestling South Tag Team Champions, the White Trash Millionaires. That was a great match too. The Hardy Boys did not wrestle. Their replacements, though, if you're gonna have replacements, it's not terrible to have a Hall of Fame tag team.
That's true.
So the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson stepped in for the Hardy Boys and took on the team of Dax Cable and formerly from TNA, soon to be in WWE, Crazy Steve. Did you read the article about Crazy Steve and why Stephanie wants him in WWE so bad? Well, one of the reasons is Crazy Steve is legally blind.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane.
I know. I was reading this the other day.
Oh God, they're not gonna make his gimmick that, are they?
I gotta hope not. I hope they. I mean, in all honesty, I wish they keep his gimmick the way it is because he's awesome. But yeah, they want him to be like a spokesperson.
That's really
like
cool
for this stuff with kids and stuff like that. I did not know that at all. And it's like if you talk to him and stuff, you don't know it either. Trust me. But they had a tag team match. Rock and Roll Express won. Had a women's tag match, kinda intergender tag match. There was a guy. I still don't know his name. He may have been the most feminine in the whole match, but he teamed with Nicole Stratton, and they took on Danny Ferreira and Rachel Ellering, the daughter of Precious Paul Ellering. And damn, that is a girl that is put together. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, that's not a girl you mess with. All right? She looks like you piss her off, she's going to flip your car. All right? So that match was really good. And then, they actually turned what was supposed to be a singles match and a tag match into a 6-man tag. We had Chris Richards, Tony Givens, and everybody knows Sean F. Schultz taking on Crimson, Axton Ray, and Marty Jannetty. I know. Go ahead, let that sink in for a minute.
It was interesting.
Crimson, Axton Ray, and yes, you heard me correct, Marty Jannetty, formerly the Rockers with Shawn Michaels, in what was a good match to close out the show. Fun show. Really cool to meet Tommy Rich, talk to him. The not having air conditioning sucked. But, another good night, big crowd. Last summer was kind of the same way. This summer's kind of starting off that way. With all the local shows are killing it, man. So hopefully this summer's as good as it was last summer. We'll be back next week. You got anything else you want to talk about before we quit?
I think that's most of it. At the end of this, we'll bring you the interview with Axton Ray, obviously.
Yeah, we'll have our interview with Axton Ray. Stay and listen to it. So here's the interview.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Next week, we'll have guests. Wait, we may do something different next week. We'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
We got to check with a couple people. There is a chance you will have me and Travis Lee trying to take on the Big Chef Challenge in Kingsport. And we may be partnering up with Michael Williams, the sign guy from the Sign Guy Sideshow. He's the sign guy, we're the sign guys. Might as well go together.
And also, if you guys saw the live stream, because it was weird telling us when people were viewing it or whatever. If you see it, we may do a playthrough of the Ugly Ducklings RPG video game. We have it on the computer. I bought it from him at the last show. So we may do a playthrough and throw that up on the YouTube as well with a webcam and us doing commentary or whatever.
And we're gonna have more video stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna.
And I'm just gonna randomly go live during the week too.
Yeah, just do some funnier stuff little skits, comedy, shit like that.
When we go live, share it. Tell people to get on there, ask us questions, do whatever. Tell us we suck. I don't care. Just interact because it makes it more fun. Yeah, come fight us. Fight me, bitch. Anyway, enjoy our interview with Axton Ray. And that's going to close out the show. Listen to him. Trust me, don't not listen to Axton Ray because this kid is the future of wrestling. He's the future for this area. And he's just an all-around great kid, great guy. I'm going to quit calling him a kid eventually, but fuck it. He's
he's always going to be
13 years younger than me, so.
All right, here's the interview. Bye, guys.
See ya. And so Axton Ray is now on the podcast with us again for the second time.
How's it going, man?
Pretty good. What about you?
I'm just running the roads, eating some popcorn.
Well, I mean, that's a good thing. Nutritional meal you're having there, popcorn.
Yeah, I guess they said it was the healthiest snack. I don't know about that. I have to say, by the way, I enjoy your Verizon ringback tone.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, the Thunderstruck. I kind of got a little foot stomps that.
Yeah, I know it's bad. Sometimes I have people call me, and like when I answer, they get mad at me that I actually answered the phone.
Yeah, so it's usually the other way around when they have that dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
I usually call you just to hear it. I don't even care if you pick up.
Yeah, actually, Elliot Russell actually has that other ringtone, the classical.
Really?
And it's annoying when he doesn't answer.
Yeah. I had it for a little while because I didn't have one, and every time somebody called me, they bitched about it. Every single time.
Tell them to screw off.
Exactly. Because I am your new security guard whenever it comes to like intermission and before the shows.
Oh yeah. I need to see that. What the women don't understand is they can't just come up and grab a hug whenever they want to. They got to pay for it.
That's it. Hugs ain't free, all right. We're
Bailey might give them away for free on WWE, but that's not me.
Yeah, that's true. Damn.
I got to make that dough.
Yeah, you're almost as cute as Bailey though. So I mean.
Oh yeah, I was voted cutest one in the locker room. So.
I don't know if that was the correct term that you used for me.
Different term.
I heard it was termed the most doable.
Okay, I wasn't going to go that far in your podcast, man.
Oh well, my bad.
He was trying to keep our podcast clean.
Big Travis Lee is the one that said that.
Well, look, if Big Trav says whatever he wants, it's kind of whatever he wants, all right? I mean, who's going to tell Trav no if he really wants it?
Right, you're right. I guess I'll have to just say.
So, man, like, you've had a lot going on here lately.
Oh yeah, man. It's been crazy. It's been fun. It's been tough. It's been irritating. My little feud I've got going with Chris Richards has been the most irritating time of my life, trying to get my title back. Every time I turn around, it's one of the agency members trying to screw me out of my championship.
Yeah, man. The other night you had him beat the other night. Like you said, the numbers game. I told you need a manager. We need to mention that again.
I agree. I've actually looked for managers, and I finally found a security guard. Now I need a manager.
Hey, I can multitask, man. I am flamboyant and deadly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And and the thing is the little known fact is that I beat Chris April 22nd, the charity event in Jonesboro, and since it was, they said it was a time limit draw, and then I beat him in that next 5 minutes. The crowd was chanting 5 more minutes, and I beat him that 5 more minutes, and they wouldn't give me the title because it wasn't a contract. The contract match had ran out.
Damn.
You believe that?
A technicality. They're getting you, man.
It's a screw job.
Yeah, and I mean, as a far, I still have the AML Prestige champion. I did get stripped of my X Division champion at Evolution Championship Wrestling because due to family matters, and I guess I'm gonna have to go in and show them back and win it back.
Damn, you're having all kinds of legality issues. Not only do you need a manager,
man needs a
you
lawyer.
need a lawyer is what you need, man.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I've got guys jumping me. I've got people taking stuff away that's not theirs, And then that's the thing is that I understand that you gotta put on a show, but when it comes down to it, I can't help being somewhere else, for family reasons,
Right. No, I mean, I understand, you got to be there and all that stuff, but at some point, like, there needs to be some understanding, too, that there is shit that happens and family stuff.
Yeah, the board of Evolution, they were very cool enough, to say that I am going to get my rematch, my mandatory title rematch. And I'm very thankful that they did that, but, I never lost it in the first place.
Yeah, my man's still the champ. He just, I don't care what they say.
It's like John Buns Jones.
Oh, we're
Except a little bit different situation.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but coming in a couple weeks, we have AML's we're having Jack
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that match is going to be a big one for me because I'm wrestling my ex-tag partner, Brandon Scott, who's weaseled his way into another title shot. And I'm also wrestling ROH star Chris Coleman.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's going to be a definite tough one for me, And the night before, I'm going to be beat up that day because the night before I'm going to be going up against giant Chris Richards, the strong style redneck once again, to try to reclaim my title.
Man,
And
hopefully this time works out.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on, and I've thought about, having Toby at my side. I've thought about having Rob Knight at my side to make sure nothing goes down behind my back. But, I sit there and I think, and not to take anything away from Toby, because him and Rob are best friends, and Rob just wants to come out there and watch his back, but not take away anything from them. But I just really think that I want to do it on my own. I'm so prideful of it. I have to do it on my own.
Right, I understand that.
No matter if it's 1 man or 20 men, I'm going to take them all on the same way. With 110%, and that's what people don't realize, that Axton Ray gives 110%, and I always will.
Oh, yeah. I know. It was funny. I was thinking earlier when I knew you were probably going to be on the podcast, where it still makes me laugh a little. Because, usually we sit in the front row and all that stuff. And the show before last, when you did a dive out of the ring and then somebody else did a dive out of the ring, and you looked up at me and you were like, I've got to quit doing this crazy shit. It cracked me up. But at the same time, that's what you do. So.
Yeah. I mean, and that interaction, the interaction with you, if I, doing that with other people, doing that with the kids, that's what motivates me, if I would have dived out on, I dived out and landed in an old lady's lap in North Carolina one time, and I thought I hurt her, and it was the best part of her night.
I was going to say, that's the most excitement she's had in 30 years. What are you talking about, Axton?
But yeah, man, there's, like you said, there is a lot going on. There's, I'm hoping to, expand my brand all the way into Canada this summer. By the end of this summer, I really, really hope I get to do that. To go up there and wrestle around a little bit with the Canadians.
Yeah, that would be cool, especially because, I know Chase and Jason and Sigmund have all went up there and wrestled for CWE.
Oh yeah, that was Sigmund's my road daddy. He's my mentor. No matter which side he goes for, the dark side or the light side. That guy right there has done so much for me in this business that it's uneven real. Him and Elliot both are just two amazing guys, and honestly, I hope that they make it all the way. They deserve it. I mean, they deserve everything they get, man.
Yeah, Sigmund, we talk about that a lot, and we talked about it the other night at the show. Sigmund, for one, Sigmund's the most professional guy, and takes everything serious, but at the same time, he's really down to earth. And then we were talking about with Elliot, because Elliot, when he first started, I remember him and his whole look, and he was the Wonder Boy. And, I remember sitting there going, man, this kid's never going to make it. And then now, he started traveling with Sigmund and all that other stuff. Now, man, Elliot and him are, I know we're biased, but to me, they're, the best independent tag team out there.
Yeah.
And
yeah, definitely.
I'm like you. I think they'll make it, and I want them to, too.
Yeah, and say, I don't know if you watched it here lately on Pop TV, but Sigmund made his TNA debut.
Yep.
Yeah, that was very exciting to see my boy on there, and that right there, seeing him on WWE, I think a couple nights before,
right?
If I'm not mistaken, he was just on there, helping the Big Show out, and I think that was amazing in itself. But now, Sigmund. He really takes his name to the extreme. He is really extraordinary, He's the wrestling extraordinary Sigmund.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. And it's weird because you have that whole group with Sigmund and Elliot being they've been on WWE as doing the extra thing, and then Sigmund was on TNA, and then Davey Richards come out the other night. I don't know if you saw the tweet. Davey Richards was the best two independent tag teams and one of them was the Heat Seekers. And so, like, I really want them to succeed. Plus, you throw in the fact, Jason signed with the WWN, which is basically Evolve and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Chase goes over to Japan. And then, like, the other night, man, and I didn't think about it till, I think it was one of the Ducks posted about.
You talking about the Super Show?
Yeah, that Tony basically booked a PWX versus NWA Super Show. And, like, the amount of talent the other night, it was ridiculous how much talent was there the other night. And it's just kind of crazy. Kingsport, Tennessee's got all this stuff going on, all this talent in wrestling.
Yeah. I mean, undoubtedly. I mean, Tony Gibbons, if he doesn't have the best, he's pretty damn close to having the best promotion in Tennessee. And I mean, he's competing with the biggest guys on the East Coast. I mean, you got NWA, AML, you got BWX, you got all these, all the Ring of Honor when they come to the East Coast. You got all these different promotions that NWA is competing with, and they're up there. I've got people all the time, guys like there was a guy at AML that he's very well known. I can't really remember his name right off the top of my head. But he said that he had talked to Tony about coming down, and it really wants to come down. Tony has, he has all eyes on him, and there's a lot of people want to come down and work with Tony.
Oh yeah, I mean it's awesome to see now, and like Tony will tell you, like he has to turn away guys because he doesn't have spots for them, and like he's big name guys, which also goes back to the point that we always make about. I mean, granted, we're biased, but a lot of the times our signs we put on there, Axton Ray is the future of wrestling and all that other stuff, but the fact that and I know like. We gave you shit for a long time about your age.
Oh, yeah.
But,
I hated you guys there for a minute.
Oh, I know. It was fun, though. It was fun, though.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like the fact that you are as young as you are and you are being put on those stages and the simple fact that, and I'll bring it up because I got to ask the question what it's like to tag team with Crimson and Marty Jannetty.
Wow. Wow, man. What is it like? I was scheduled to tag with Marty only, and due to some technical things, we had to push the matches together. Because Crimson was originally supposed to go one-on-one with Mr. Everybody Knows, Sean Schultz.
Right.
And and I saw Sean walk out. I saw him walking. I didn't really think nothing of it. Walk by me. He walked out to the ring, and I was like, "This is my match. What is he doing?" I get out there. There's three of them. There's Chris Richard. There's Tony Gibbons, Sean Schultz, and there was even Rob Knight. Rob Knight went a little dark side on me there for a minute. He told me that after he's like no hard feelings. Tony had to have his back because he said he didn't trust Crimson, and so in my mind, I was like, "What is he talking? What is he talking about?"
Right.
And then we talked. Crimson came and talked to us. He's like, "We're going to turn this into a 6-man," and so we went out there and standing next to the towering Crimson. I mean, that was just like, I thought the girls were screaming for me, but then I noticed Crimson was behind me.
They were still screaming for you. Don't take that. Don't take that L. They were still screaming for you.
Don't sell myself short.
No. I mean, no. You were way. No. Don't get me wrong. You was way shorter than him. But don't sell yourself short on that part.
Do what?
I said, don't sell yourself short though.
Yeah, man. It was really cool. I mean, Marty Jannetty is one of the most down to earth guys, and you hear that a lot probably. And they're the coolest guys ever. No, seriously. Marty Jannetty was one of the coolest guys I've ever got to meet and talk with and become friends with. I mean, a lot of people don't know this. Marty was a little hurt that night, and he still went out there and competed. And that right there just shows you what kind of person he is. No matter what the circumstance,
Oh yeah, it was definitely cool to see. Cause I was kind of wondering, about seeing Marty Jannetty again and all that other stuff, and somebody else had told me that he was dealing with some injuries or something too. So,
yeah, and Marty can still go. I mean, he can still go with the best of them. I hated the fact that he was injured because he could have went with any of them.
Right.
And I just want to go ahead and say that I'm glad that Crimson was on my side.
Yeah, no shit, man. Like, I ain't even playing around. That dude, I didn't realize how big he was until I saw him there, and I'm like, that guy's a monster.
Well, you know, you sit there, and Jack Stane's a big guy. I mean, he's monstrous.
Oh, yeah.
But then you see, you know, Crimson towering over top of him, you're just like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, like, you don't really realize how tall people are, but yeah, man, and like I said, it's been great. Man, I've been having great experiences, and I've got more great experiences coming up. Can't really, you know, share a whole lot of detail. I know I've got, in June, I've got, as of right now, if I beat Caprice Coleman and Brandon Scott for my Prestige title, I go against, DJ Z from TNA.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah, and if I make it through them, then I get to him, you know, so I think that maybe I can step up there and show my game, you know.
Oh yeah, that's definitely cool. Like, and I've not got to like watch a whole lot. I've kept up with it, but AML, like, they put on like really great shows too.
Oh yeah, and you know, and the set, you know, a lot of people don't care about the setup, but you know, I don't know if you saw Tony Gibbons' the setup, but that was nice.
Oh my god, that was awesome.
That was my selling point. That's the one thing that Pablo and I'd never really talked about this on the podcast, because obviously, you know, we don't complain about stuff with Tony's shows, but that was the one thing missing to put Tony over the top.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. I mean, that and thanks to Joey Perry for doing that too, because you know he came in and he did the whole lighting and everything, and it was awesome. I mean, it was just absolutely magnificent.
Yeah, it definitely took things over the top the other night, and it was perfect for that show too, with all the matches that were on there. So, like, yeah, I loved it.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just now getting home.
You're good, man.
But yeah, you know, as far as you know, appearance goes and everything, that right there really put Tony on. I think really put Tony on the map. Put us on the map, as I should say. And, you know, I love NWA, AML, I love all the companies I work for. But you know, when you got something like that, when you're working in front of crowds like that, you got to give them something, you know.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man. Like I said, you know, there's been hopefully this is not just the end for Axton Ray. Hopefully, it's just the beginning, you know.
Oh, for sure, man. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, man. I'll let you get home and eat and do all the other stuff. But you know, definitely looking forward to what's going to happen in the future. Also, I mean, you know, we've seen you. We know what to expect, where you came from, and to now. And you know us, we got you going all the way to the top. So you know, don't forget about your boys. Don't forget about us when you make it big. And you know, we need WrestleMania tickets or something like that.
Maybe have you on the podcast then.
Yeah, we'll have you on the podcast then again. We'll have you on before then, but definitely then.
Okay, yeah, definitely, man. I mean, anytime y'all want to have a shout, give me anytime y'all want me on the podcast, give me a shout, and I'll definitely come on. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. You know, the 5 count guys. That's my guys right there.
You're our boy, man. But yeah, man, we appreciate it. Thanks for getting on here. I know, you know, you got a lot of stuff going on and busy, and get home, eat, and do all that stuff. But you know,
yeah, go train here in a bit. You know, gotta get in the ring, loosen up a little bit.
There you go. See, put in that work, son. Put in that work.
Thank you, man. You guys have a good night.
All right, you too, man. Thanks.